What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to teach you how to make a very basic background. It literally only takes like 10 to 15 minutes, and my recorder actually goes for 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to cut out certain parts and then I'll tell you what to do and stuff. So what we're going to learn, I already said, is we're going to learn how to make this dealio right here. It'll be a lot of fun, so let's go ahead and do it. So hit Controller Command N, and you can make it whatever size you want. I'm going to go 1920 by 1080. You can set it to whatever because we're about to change it up a bit. Right, now go ahead and you want to grab whatever texture you wish. I'm going to get a grunge texture, and just to change it up I'm going to go ahead and bring this one in here. I'm going to bring it all the way out hither, and okay. So what we're going to do is, since we already have the grunge texture, we're going to go ahead and we're going to trash this by just grabbing it and bringing it to the trash can. So what we're going to do is, you can see it's grunge, looks kind of cool, very crackly looking. So go ahead and make a new layer, and actually first off name this layer BG, name this layer color. What we're going to do in the color layer is we're going to add color. So if you go ahead and you actually increase the size of your brush, I'm going to bring it to about 200 would suit me, and then I want it soft, so I'm going to hit shift, and by the way, to increase sizes is the brackets. To make it soft, I'm going to hit shift, and I'm going to hit the left bracket to go as soft as it can, and then I can actually increase the size to 300. Now make it 250. So what you're going to do is, if you go ahead and you go over here and you want to change your color a bit, I'm going to make mine very bright. You can make yours whatever you want. But just try to fill up the whole thing and with different colors if you want. So I'll be right back whenever I'm done, because obviously, like I just said, I'm at a limit. So once you've released your inner child, go ahead and, here, let me actually fill this. Go ahead and go over here to this blend mode and bring it down to color, so it kind of blends in with the rest of the thing. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a new layer, and we're going to call this BG Clouds. And what we're going to do is we're going to go Filter, Render, Clouds, and I'm so sorry, hit D to bring back your old colors. Now go Filter, Render, Clouds. Once that has happened, you can just go ahead and you can bring down the opacity. I'm going to bring mine down to about 25-ish. Oh, well, 24. Alright, now, once you've done this, well, it's pretty easy what we're going to do next. All we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a circle. So hit U to have a circle out. Go ahead, we're going to change this to gray, so make it 79, 79, 79. Okay, and we're going to put it up here. So holding shift to make a circle, you can go ahead and you can just release once you have what you want. And we're going to make a few blending options, so you can do this by going down here to effects. You can also right click it and go to blending options, but the way I do it is I double click, so that's for any other of my tutorials if you want to figure that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a inner glow. We're going to make this a teal. I'm going to do it different from what, so I'm going to make it a bright blue instead. And you can change this to linear dodge, bring up the size just a turd, so 70, we'll do 65, so 65 will be just fine. And then don't do center, make sure it's on edge. You can even increase the joke, but that'll look stupid, so keep it at 0. The next thing, I'm going to add an outer glow, make sure it's on linear dodge as well. Also, bring it to a very bright color. make the size pretty big and maybe bigger. So now it just has that glow to it. So what you want to do next is you want to go ahead and say, okay, so now you have your circle of sorts. What we're going to do is we're going to hit Control J, but we are going to relieve it of these two. And I just did this so then you can center it. So if you hit Control T and holding both Alt and Shift to have it stay as a circle and go in the middle, you can do that. So what we're going to do is we want it to be to where it's just at that line right there. Alright, so say enter, and you can go ahead and you can, what we're going to do is we're going to make it kind of buttony. So you can go to bevel and emboss. I'm going to change it to pillow emboss. Or no, I'll change it to just an emboss, and I'm going to change it to go down. We also want it chisel hard, and I'm going to increase the depth quite a bit. Next, I'm going to increase the size so it just goes out there, kind of like a button type deal. And then you can even soften it up a bit. Alright, so now it kind of looks stupid. So we're going to go ahead and bring it about there. Next, you can even add some contour, and you can change how you want it. And I think I like it. We want the light going up, so let's go ahead and go to not Cove, and we'll go here, and that is the ring or squiggly. You can anti-alias it. So we're basically done with this area. Wait a sec, let me see how much time I have left. Wow, I don't know, thought I had not that much time left, but I have plenty of time. I have like another 10 minutes. I'll just look at this clock. So what we're going to do is you're going to add some text in there, and I'm going to add, you can find it on DaFont, you can just look it up. I'm using Evil Dead, and keep it whatever size you want, and I'm going to make it AR, right, I'm going to center the, actually if you grab that and you hit, and you control click the ellipse and copy, and then you hit these two buttons up here. Oh man, that didn't work at all. Never mind. Just try to center it as much as you can. Okay? So once you've done that, I'm not sure what this whole dealio is. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and you can change it up a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this layer style. I'm going to paste it on here. I'm going to change it up a bit. First off, I'm going to make the inner glow not so large. That doesn't even seem to be a problem. We need to set the outer glow down then. I'm going to take down its opacity just a bit. Also, I'm going to add a satin. I'm going to make it that color, but I'm going to bring down the opacity just a bit. And I want it to be soft, linear dodge. Oops, no, I'm sorry. Soft light. No, none of this is working. And you can change the distance a bit. I'm going to change it to about there. You can also change the size down. Never mind, take off the sat, and we're going to add an inner shadow instead. Alright, so make sure you have the distance. Actually, come on, Ames. Take out the, and make a drop shadow. I'm going to make it look kind of 3D-ish, especially because I'm going to add a bevel and emboss. You can go ahead and you can just add an emboss. You can make it however depthy you wish. It looks a lot better as pillow. So I'm going to make, I don't know, outer bevel? Alright, that'll work. I'm going to make it an outer bevel. Increase the size just a little bit. Soften it just that much. Add contour. Alright, we're done. So with the drop shadow, it'll just have to stay like that. So once you've done everything needed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to drag it a little more to the center. I'm going to hit Control T, which is free transform, and I'm going to rotate it just a bit. And then you can go ahead and hit enter, Actually, I want it to face that, what I'm about to do, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate it a bit like that. Alright, so next, after you've done all of these things, go ahead and make a new layer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this glow. And we're going to hit the P tool for pen, actually hit the brush first, bring it down, bring the size down to about 10, 20, so 15. Bring it to 15. Make sure it's soft. If you hit F5, which is shape dynamics, make sure you have shape dynamics checked, smoothing checked, have it at pin pressure and minimum diameter of 1%. Next, go ahead, hit the P for pen tool, and just kind of make this line that kind of squiggles, basically. Make it go across. That's too many squiggles too close to each other. I'm going to go ahead and... You don't want them too close to each other because it's going to have a glow to it. So once you've done that, go ahead, control click it, say stroke path, and make sure brush and simulate pressure is on. Once you've done that, you're basically almost done. Go ahead, just make an outer glow, set that to bluish color, set it to precise, and bring the size down just a bit. Also set the opacity to 100%. Next thing we're going to do, we only have 2 more things to do, so it's okay. You're going to go ahead and we're going to size this brush down to a nice hard brush. And we're going to, oops, it's control, go ahead, and we're just going to remove it like that. Just kind of getting rid of the line, so it looks like it's going under. So now it's going over, now it's going under again. And last time. And so now you have your line type thing. And last thing that I want to do, I like to do this just to add the kind of grungy type deal to it, just call it vivid. Go ahead, go to filter, render, hit D, and then say filter, render, clouds, and hit vivid light, which makes it that kind of, if you could see, that kind of darkish feel to it. And also, I'm going to go ahead and, since it hasn't been rasterized yet, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it black. Haha. So now it looks really cool and it has the blue. Alright. Also, if you want, you can bring down the opacity so it's not, oops, of the clouds, and you can bring it down so it's not so strong. But I like it at 100% because it just looks cool. So guys, if you thought this was helpful, please drop a like for me. Also subscribe and check out my other channel, which is gaming channel. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want anything else, like any other, like you can even recommend a tutorial. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.